Right, to the mystery house now. Everything's changing. What do you think this is going to be about?
We were talking about it, and we think that you may come up with, because of the size of the rooms that we would like, you may come up with a barn conversion of some sort. Whether it looks old, looks modern, we don't know, but we think you might come up with one of those.
Well, they're not that far off, as the mystery house is a conversion of kinds. We're heading to the village of Shillington, 21 miles west of Leighton Buzzard. Shillington has a small village shop and a couple of pubs. The village grew up around the Church of All Saints, which dates back to the 14th century and was described as the Cathedral of the Chilterns by the poet John Betjeman.
Well, opposite the Cathedral of the Chilterns is the old schoolhouse, which is the property I want to show you. If you come over here, you get a better view. It's Victorian, dates back to the Crimean War, about 1856.
Okay.
You've got a lovely bell tower in the middle, beautiful. See those sculptural eaves? Nice brickwork.
It's a lovely building.
That looks interesting.
Very interesting.
We're showing you Georgian, we're showing you Elizabethan, now we're showing you Victorian.
Is it getting more modern all the time?
Yeah. Do you like the Victorian style?
I do personally, yes.
I do too, actually.
So what do you imagine is going to be inside?
There's going to be lots of spacious rooms in there.
Yeah, there's certainly a spacious room.
Okay.
In you go.
Wow.
Different, huh?
Very.
Is it what you were expecting?
No.
Not at all.
I mean, just an open space.
Ah.
Takes your breath away to start with.
What are your first impressions?
My first impression is that up there looks really interesting and very different to down here.
Looks huge. Looks huge up there, and we've
Yeah.
got lots of doors and rooms here.
Yeah.
It's an upside-down house. So basically all the bedrooms are downstairs.
Okay.
And all the living space is upstairs to take advantage of the amazing views.
Right.
Okay.
Should we have a look?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
You wanted lots of space.
Oh,
Oh.
there's it.
Oh.
It's huge.
Well, you've also got this enormous kind of like sandstone fireplace.
It looks as though it's a working fireplace.
Certainly is, yes.
You've got a little space there for television and television watching area, which you can keep separate. And this side, you've got an area which you can use as a study work area. But entertaining-wise, there's enough space here for everything.
Get some enormous sofas here.
Yeah.
Be lovely, just looking out.
Yeah. And look at the views over the fields over there.
Yeah. Pegston Hill over there, incredible views. A whole wall of windows, really.
Yeah.
If you come around here, you can see a little bit more of the structure. This was the old front of the school, and you can see the arches of the school hall, the original arches. And then this is the belfry, so you can see up. It goes up into the clock tower.
This I love. I do love this.
You like the...
These are features.
I like the features. It's all right, a modern conversion, but it's kept all the original features, which breaks it all up, which I like. I do like.
It's nice, yes.
Mystery house is always a bit of a gamble, but it's all paying off. Let's
So
take a
far,
look
so
at the
good.
other rooms. You've got a formal dining room through here.
Which is, it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to our taste, furniture-wise and
It's
everything.
a reasonable
but
size.
It's a good size. Yeah, very good. Yeah.
I like it.
What about the kitchen?
Okay. Ah, good
It's
size.
size.
Good size.
Breakfast bar. Yeah. And look, balcony.
That's nice.
What's really nice about it, actually, thinking about it, is that you have these views in the kitchen and you're
Yes.
high up. It's
Yes.
very unusual to be preparing food and having all this lovely light flooding in.
It is very nice. It's certainly big enough.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it with these views. As you say, it is something, well, you don't come across.
Alan seems sold on the upside-down arrangement and the lofty proportions of the central atrium, so it'll be interesting to see what he makes of the ground floor.
Now downstairs you've got 5 bedrooms. 5! And a bathroom downstairs. There's no toilet upstairs. Is that going to be a problem?
No, I don't think so.
Let's just look in this room because you can see the original windows. And you can see how they've lowered the ceilings here
Yes.
to accommodate the space upstairs.
Yeah.
I have to say all the rooms are fairly similar. They're all sort of square, quite modern.
No, but if you've got the space, you can do what you want with it. Even if you make it look older, if you've got space to deal with it.
And there's plenty of room for guests, as there are a further 4 good-sized bedrooms, including the master.
Okay, size is okay. It's an okay room. It's quite a bright room, isn't it?
You've got the window there and the window there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, the
nice
whole house
room.
is bright.
Yeah.
Even downstairs where you'd think it might be a bit
Plenty of
dark.
light. Yeah.
But if you look behind you,
You have an ensuite.
yay!
Open it.
Oh, this is nice.
That's a little
Good
bit.
size, huh?
It is a big one.
It's very nice. Everything is good. Nice shower.
His and hers.
Yep.
Should we take a look outside?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Good idea. Wow.
Yes.
Utility room.
Sort of bright. And this is the
Very
only entrance
bright.
to the garden.
How is it?
Okay.
Utility room. Kind of useful space.
Yeah, very useful.
And this is your garden.
Oh,
Oh.
this is all of the garden.
Oh,
is
she
it?
says. This is it, yes. 'Cause this is very much a low-maintenance Spanish-style garden.
Yeah.
You know, you eat out here, you've got a bit of shade down there.
Oh,
It's on levels.
It's
It's
nice.
for the space. It's nicely laid out, and shrubs and things are very nice.
Yeah.
It's an unusual property.
Very.
Very unusual.
Very-
What are your thoughts about it in terms of price?
Ooh.
Who's going first?
Well, I'm going to have a guess first because I
Okay.
think that the properties that we have seen have all been about the same price. So I'm going to go 550.
I think it's over our budget, and I think it's something like 595.
Well, you'll be pleased to know that it's actually on the market for 565.
Oh, 65.
So just, and again, you know, with current
Yeah.
adjustments, it's probably within your budget. So it's an interesting property. It raises lots of questions.
It does.
Perhaps you could mull them over as you look around and explore some of the many, many bedrooms that you haven't looked at.
Yeah.
I think
Let's go
so.
and have a look.
Yes, let's have a look.
This converted schoolhouse is on the market for £565,000. It has 5 bedrooms, an impressive open-plan living area, stunning views, and a Mediterranean-style garden.
I thought from the outside it was interesting. As soon as we walked in, I thought, what is this downstairs? But then I looked up and I thought, that looks lovely upstairs. It's almost like 2 different houses.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Here you've got
Absolutely.
some character, space, size. Downstairs, it's squashed. Well, I'll be perfectly honest with you, I don't think the downstairs is anything like the upstairs. It's too plain, it's too old-fashioned.
When I first came into the house and came upstairs, I was really quite excited because it was very different, and the whole atmosphere up there was lovely, really nice. However, when I went downstairs, it was almost like I was in a different house. The whole atmosphere changed for me, and I just couldn't see myself making downstairs into a home for me.
Does it work? Is that the knocker? Oh, just the Hello. So, lots to think about.
Yes, loads.
Oh, you've got to make some decisions.
We haven't.
But not just yet. So you've got a little bit of breathing space.
Okay.
Alan and Sheila have seen all the properties now and have plenty to consider, so I've left them alone to gather their thoughts.
I'm all at sea about this one because they surprised me by really warming to certain elements of all the properties. If I had to choose, I think I might go for the thatched cottage against all odds. But let's find out. I'm not sure you're aware of this, but you have been our fairy tale house hunt. Because, you know, young love, and, you know, we're going to find you your first house together. So we're quite excited that it's all gone well.
Yeah.
Has it been, you know, useful? Have you kind of focused your mind at all?
It's been very useful.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's been great, been very interesting, and some diverse properties.
They're very diverse properties, so let's go through them one by one. The very first one I showed you, if you can think that far back, was the Mill House. Now, this was a very unusual property. It was a conversion, but it seemed to pull a lot of, strings. You seem to quite like bits.
It was a lovely house. The rooms generally were big. I mean, Alan's favourite, high ceilings, and I liked the rooms. They were lovely. And the secret really at the top, another floor with the staircases going either way. That was an interesting house, and a house that could be changed slightly
to suit us.
Yeah. When I took you to the thatched cottage, your faces were like thunder because it was thatched. But that all changed when you went inside.
Inside, it was like another world. I mean, the hallway with the gallery was unique. I loved the kitchen. The kitchen in that house was so warm, so welcoming. The garden was absolutely beautiful.
It was just the right size, wasn't it?
What about the mystery house? Because the living room there was massive.
The living room was amazing. Yes, it was massive. Fantastic views, fantastic space. But I felt that there were two houses there, joined into one. Because upstairs was great, really nice, very unusual. But then when I went downstairs, I thought I'd entered another house.
Could you pick any one that you'd like to revisit, for example?
Well, I think that the Mill House is the one we'd like to look at again because
Possible.
the garden is adequate for Sheila. There's possible things that we can do within that house that will give us both what we want. By a second look, we can sort out whether we do like it or don't like it, but that's the one we are both leaning to at the moment.
It's been a real pleasure showing you around. You are so obviously in love, and it's wonderful to kind of, and we're very excited. So as soon as you find a house, do let us know.
We will do.
We will,
And it's been a great time. Thank you very much.
All
Thank
the
you.
best in Bedfordshire.
Thank you very much.
Well, it wasn't quite a fairy tale ending for our internet lovebirds. We didn't find them that cottage where they could live happily ever after, but I think we did a good job at easing their move into Bedfordshire. So if you enjoyed the show, then make sure you tune in next time for more Escapes to the Country.